the most important component is knowing enough about the language to know how to build like reliable kind of end-to-end programs, as opposed to just kind of an analytics script or a Jupyter notebook or something for data science. So building my knowledge as a software engineer as opposed to just kind of a statistician. My name is Alex Elder. I live in Seattle, Washington, and I'm a data scientist in a company called the Energy Authority, and doing kind of analytics on a mixture of maybe financial problems and then sort of power systems. Maybe to put it in context, I've been working with Python before I started using real Python for probably 4 or 5 years, very focused on kind of a data science tech stack type of application. When I got to the point where I really wanted to maybe like deploy something or productionalize something, I discovered that my knowledge of even just kind of more broad Python, kind of components or features was limited. So what I really liked about real Python was that it gave me this sort of very broad exposure to bite-sized topics that I could kind of pick up as I needed. The basics to it are you have sort of a dashboard or catalog of tutorials. And those might be video tutorials or kind of long-form articles that go through maybe a different application of Python or a different library. So, for example, maybe data visualization or even kind of program architecture and structure. And so those will have kind of inline code snippets or little code projects that you can do kind of as you're reading or as you're watching to do some sort of hands-on learning with the lesson. Maybe getting used to kind of web development applications, which is like not my background at all. And I didn't really have any urgency to learn it. But even kind of understanding like, what's the difference between Django versus Flask versus sort of vanilla JavaScript, and why would you use one over the other? The tutorials that real Python has allowed me to kind of explore those in a way that I knew was going to have some kind of quality expectations that I could rely on. It certainly made me more comfortable with, like I said before, like productionalizing Python programs, and then being prepared to maybe branch out into areas that I was not comfortable in before, and just knowing kind of that I had that resource. I'm never going and implementing code that's on there and finding that it doesn't work or something like that. So in that regard, it's very effective. One of the things that I really like is that each of the lessons are broken down into very maybe time manageable components. So for any given tutorial, you can probably finish it in a day. So the size of them is very kind of bite-sized, and so it's like if I need to know this one thing, I can go and use it. So you don't have to invest in like a 6-week course or something to learn just one kind of maybe marginal improvement to your skill. Yeah, and I have. So I've recommended it to two colleagues. I would say the most important thing is the fact that you very much know what you're getting in terms of quality, and then also the time commitment component is more easy to manage if you're doing other projects. So you're not having to commit to, maybe 6-week Coursera course that's going to keep barking at you if you need to take a break from it or something. In the data science market, you really need to know Python. So that was why I suggested it.